All right, greetings. Shalom, YouTube. This is Brother Moshe Ben Yahuda Yisrael, coming in with another Deep Dark Dungeon video. I know it's been a while. It has been a while since I made one of this series. If you're new to the Deep Dark Dungeon or slash the Dragon's Cave, it's basically videos where I be deep in my thoughts, talking about certain topics and how I feel. Some of the thoughts may be controversial to those who view. Just for a disclaimer, on tonight's topic that I will be discussing, if you're offended or if you get your feathers ruffled, click the video off. But the Deep Dark Dungeon, I enjoyed the series. I've been busy lately. You know how life is, you'll be busy. But tonight I will make a Deep Dark Dungeon video slash the Dragon's Cave. Just picture yourself, as being a gamer and like playing RPG games. When you're playing an RPG, Salaki, my words are coming out all twisted. A role-playing game, like Elder Scrolls, Skyrim, like the fantasy role-play games, and you encounter a dungeon. And as the deeper you get in the dungeon, you encounter tough monsters and bosses. That's how it is sometimes when you're in your thoughts. When you start thinking deep thoughts, you start to see life from a different perspective, and you start to want to question things more and more. But tonight's Deep Dark Dungeon topic is going to be about the matriarchal psychosis of black men. The matriarchal psychosis of black men. Yeah, I see it. This topic is going to piss a lot of the simps off. It might piss a lot of the women off. But this is something that's been on my mind for years. Ever since I started listening to other thinking black men on YouTube. And we may have our differences in views, belief systems, but one thing all thinking black men could come to conclusion is that this matriarchy got to go, because too many mommy worshipers, all this mommy worship in the black community. It's mommy worship. Some of these brothers, they pit women above the Most High. They pit their mothers above the Most High. And that's breaking the first commandment. Thou shalt not have any other mighty ones before me. You can't tell these brothers nothing, but yeah, too many of our brothers, man, they under the matriarchal psychosis. They have this mentality that no matter how much wrong they mamas do in life, their mama could be the most low down, shadiest person on earth. But mama can't do no wrong to some of these brothers. They will defend their mama wickedness. And if you try to speak against their mama, they ready to fight you, they ready to stab you, they ready to kill you. Some of these brothers go to jail in honor of their wicked mamas. That's how you know they gone, when they pit their mothers above the Most High. This matriarchy, man, we the only group of people in this country with this matriarchy nonsense. And look what it led us. Look at the fruits of the black matriarchy. Look at the fruits. Look at the fucking fruits it produces. It produces beta male men. It produces spineless brothers that don't want to be men. These boys are being taught to hate black male authority, but they respect the system's authority, and they respect the white man's authority. It all stems from Willie Lynch. And that's what it all stems from, the Willie Lynch letters. But this is sickening, man. We've been pitting up with this for the last half century, this matriarchy BS. You look at other communities like the Asian community, the Arab community, the Hispanic community, the Russian community, the Italian community. They are headed by patriarchy. They respect the men in their families, especially in the Asian community. I know in these countries, but I can't tell in this gynocentric society. Maybe things are changing with the gynocracy we live in this country, but If you go to their home countries, if you go to these foreign people home countries, it's man a patriarchy. They respect the men in their family. They respect the woman too in their family, but they hold a man to a high regard because he's the provider, the protector, and he instilled a moral foundation into the family unit. That's why the so-called black community is in shambles now, because we don't uphold high moral standards, because there's no structure. Once they got the fathers out the house, and these female-headed households, look what it produces. It produces a crappy community. You got all these women running over men. You got black men in a damn near 50s still afraid to correct a woman, a black woman. Grown ass men, elderly men, still afraid to correct when a woman do them wrong. This is utter madness. It is utter madness, man. It is an abomination. It is sadness. It vexes me. I am disturbed by this black matriarchy. I am very fucking disturbed by this black matriarchy. I don't know how y'all feel about it, but I'm just sharing my thoughts. Be free to comment after I upload this video. And by the way, I will upload the link to my first Deep Dark Dungeon video about old age. Make sure y'all check that one out too for all my subscribers. After I upload this, I will upload the link in the description box to the first Deep Dark Dungeon video / Dragon's Den. If you can't handle the presence of the mighty dragon in the dungeon, leave the dungeon. Click the video off, back away. Like when you're playing an RPG game and you encounter a strong boss and you know you can't defeat that strong boss, leave that dungeon and level up. Grind your skills up and then go back to that dungeon and defeat that monster or dragon. But enough about this RPG video game stuff. This is a real topic. This is a very real topic that most of our people don't discuss. And ever since we've been under this black matriarchy, black men's voices has been silenced for many years. We don't have a voice in media. We don't have a voice in politics. I find it very disturbing when you see a whole rack of judges becoming sworn in, and it's majority of black women. Where are the black man judges at? You see, they don't want to give too many black men power like that. But you best believe that they instilled into these black female judges to give harsher sentence to their own men. Now, how evil can you get? You best believe that. And oh man, y'all forbid if you're a brother that's going to family court and you got a black female for a judge, man, you gonna be fighting. You're gonna be fighting hell. You're gonna be in hell and high water. You're gonna be fighting a strong demon, man. You better hope you have your faith grounded in the Most High. Because it is real talk. If you caught up in the family court system, whether it's divorce court, child support, and your judge is a black female, and if she been scorned by a brother, whoo, brother, man, you screwed. You screwed. You better say the best prayer you could come up with. Because, man, this system is against the black man. Technically, we Israelite men. This system is against us, brothers. Sometimes I feel hopeless. I'm just sharing my deep thoughts, man. I feel hopeless, man. It's like we have no allies in this damn society. The only ally we have is the Most High. That's the only ally we have, man. And you're going to have a lot of these matriarchal minions, want to still keep hope alive and say, oh, man, the black woman never betrayed us. They never betrayed us. And the way I see it, man, they fell for the hook, line, and sinker in the 60s with the welfare program. They got the men out the house. You got some brothers so lost hope, man. You got a lot of brothers lost hope. They saying comments like this online, like they was never our women. They don't belong to us. They belong to the white men. And when I hear brothers talk like that, it just disturbs me. That's the talk of somebody that's defeated and just lost hope in everything. When they say stuff like that, there was never our woman. No, they don't belong. They think they belong to the system, but they belong to the Most High. The daughters of Zion belong to the Most High. He created the Israelite woman for the Israelite man and the Israelite man only. But in this wicked system, they want to push their wicked agendas. The feminist movement, the sexual liberation movement, the fucking swirling agenda. It's like they want to keep the Israelite man and Israelite woman divided with all these policies, these wicked policies and unrighteous decrees. Decrees. Excuse if I get my words coming out the wrong way, but fuck that shit, man. And this is my video. Because you got a lot of grammar Nazis out there. Fuck all y'all grammar Nazis. This is my video. You don't like it, click the fucking video off. This is the Deep Dark Dungeon. Things get real in the dungeon. When you encounter a dragon and listen to the wisdom of a dragon, things get real. If you can't handle the fire of the dragon, get your bitch ass out my dungeon. Straight up. I even thought about changing it to the Minotaur's labyrinth. If you can't face them, if you ain't ready to face the Minotaur, don't step into the labyrinth. But anyway, yeah, man, matriarch is psychosis, man. It's big mama worship, man. It's mommy worship. Daddies don't get respect in the black community, man. Real talk. You got a lot of good black fathers out there, and they don't get the honor and respect like other fathers in other communities should. Black fathers all laugh at, man. Even if he made messed up decisions, man, and even if he a damn Pookie and Ray Ray, man, black fathers make sure they take care of their children. I see a lot of black fathers in public, man. They make sure they take care of their children now. This mama worship, man. You got a lot of us men. I'm guilty of this shit myself too. Because I was raised in this system. We put our mamas before everything. We figure, mama is always right about everything. What about daddy? Daddy could be right about some things too. Because last time I checked, the fifth commandment say, honor thy father and thy mother. You got some brothers even switch that shit around too. Salakia, they switched that around. Salakia, man, forgive me, Abba Yah, for saying it that way, but they switched Yah's commandment around. Instead of, they put the mother before the father, be like, honor thy mother and thy father. No, it's honor thy father and thy mother. It's the father first, because the Most High created men first. He created man first. He created man first. But a lot of these matriarch minions and these feminist women, they forgot that. They forgot that. That's why I say, man, in this matriarchy, man, you got these beta males, these emotional brothers and young black men and young black boys. That's why black on black crime be happening at higher rates, because these young boys are over emotional. They get so emotional and violent, they be quick to pick up a damn gun to solve their problems. Back in my dad's generation and my grandparents' generation, they solved things with their fists. Like men, yeah, you may get bruised up, you might get a broken nose, you might get a shiner, aka a black eye, but you're still alive, and you don't worry about going to jail. Yeah, you be bruised up, but you're still alive, and you live to. Yeah, your pride and ego gonna be bruised, but you're still alive. But these days, these young boys are quick to pick up a fucking gun and kill another person that looks just like them. And they don't think about the fucking consequences till it's too fucking late. You got these young brothers killing each other, 2 black lives destroyed, one going 6 feet under and one being tried by 12. And most of the time he gonna spend the next 25 years to life behind bars. 2 black lives destroyed, one being carried by 6 and one being tried by 12. That's what this black matriarchy produces. That's what it produces. Dysfunctional black men. And you got the anti-slut shaming movement, and it teaches, and these single mothers, they teach their daughters to be strags and harlots. If their mother was a harlot, they gonna pass the harlotry down to their damn daughters and granddaughters. It's like they don't want thinking black men. You see, let me tell you something about the black matriarchy. The black matriarchy hates and shuns the thinking black man. The thinking black man in this damnable matriarchy is the invisible man, the thinking black man. You know, see, like a brother like myself, I'm an Israelite. So you best believe most brothers that walk in this Hebrew Israelite walk, we're invisible. We're invisible to most of the black community. They don't want to hear this truth. You know, they don't want to hear this truth. You know, and you got some ox that be on the street corners preaching the truth. They might wake up a few lost sheep, but the black matriarchy, you best believe the black matriarchy minions and they overseers, they hate the Israelite men in the Bible. They hate this truth. They would rather go every Sunday, listen to lying Pastor Pochop teaching them sweet nothings and keep on teaching and keep on telling them that it's okay to sin. Be like, oh, don't worry about it, sister. Christ still loves you. God still loves you. But meanwhile, these pastors know that Saturday night before they came up into these whole houses, these Sunday whole houses, she was out there blowing another brother's rod and jumping on another man's pole the few nights before, and then coming up in Sunday talking about, I'm coming into the house of the Lord. Get the hell out of here with that nonsense, man. So much hypocrisy. It's not even funny. And you want to wonder why other groups of men in the world don't see black men as men. You know, I remember they had somebody had posted on a YouTube channel, and he was talking about the Arab man. He was like, you know, man, an Arab man told me that he don't see black men as men. And and you know, that's sad, because you really can't blame other groups of men for saying that, because a lot of brothers don't want to stand up and be men. They let these women walk all over them. And man, God forbid if you were thinking black man, you speak your mind in a group, they gonna try to use shaming language, gaslight you. They gonna say, oh, you're gay. Oh, you hate black women, or who hurt you, with all these damnable shaming language, witchcraft, just because you speak your mind or you're speaking against the damn matriarchy, you know. And yeah, I know I might get a lot of hate from this video, but I don't give a damn. You know, your dislikes ain't stopping me from speaking. Your dislikes ain't stopping my voice from being heard. You know, because truth must be spoken to power. You know, because you got a lot of brothers, you know, this is the only way we could express ourselves, because we can't, I know in my case, especially around my family member, my natural family, the way you hear me talk on my videos, I don't talk like this around my family because they're asleep. And, you know, we got too much matriarchy in my family. And every black family, you could testify to this. Because, you know, most of the brothers locked up. Most of our people don't know most so-called black children don't have their fathers in their life. Therefore, a lot of our households are being led by single mothers. Now, I'm fortunate in my case, I was raised with both parents. You know, I thank the Most High for that. You know, I was raised with my dad and my mama in the house, and they still married till this day. All praises to the Most High. You know, but yeah, I mean, you got some of these brothers, man, they will blow your head off if you say something bad about their mama or trying to correct their mama. These niggas want to fight you if you trying to correct their mama. And that's another thing, man. When it comes to fighting, the black matriarchy teaches our people, why you gotta bring your whole family to a fight? Why you can't fight one-on-one? No, there's no honor. You know, when you gotta bring your whole family to fight your battles, fight one-on-one. You know, if you got a beef with a person or a problem with that person, you settle with that person alone. But not our people. We want to bring our whole family into the mix. And next thing you know, there's a whole brawl going on. Just like that incident at Disneyland. The Negro children of the corn. Shout out to Sean James. That's another YouTuber. That's what he called them, the Negro children of the corn. And that's a good title he gave them, because the Negro children of the corn, they've been terrorizing the so-called black community for the last 50 or 60 years, ever since this matriarchy came into play. You know, they've been the Negro children of the corn. You know, they've been terrorizing the black community, you know, with drugs, you know, shooting the gangs and all that. And the system, they love it. They love this black matriarchy. The white supremacists and the racist whites, they love this. They saying to themselves, the Willie Lynch letters and the plans are still into effect. And that's true. Because if you read the Willie Lynch letters, you know, they taught the slave mothers to teach their daughters to be strong mentally and to assert themselves. And the slave mother taught the slave boys to be weak mentally but strong physically and not to question authority. You know, it's like they want to keep telling black boys to shut up. They don't give a damn about black boys. You know, they don't. You know, and most black boys are abandoned. You know, a lot of black boys are abandoned. A lot of black girls are abandoned too, but it's majority boys. Because look at the fruits of it. Look at the matriarchy. Look what it produces. You got effeminate black men, you know, and that's what the system wants. They want more effeminate black men than thinking and masculine black men that fears the Most High. They don't want righteous black men. They want effeminate black men. They want black men that's docile and don't question the authority. They don't want black men to be masculine. That's why I say, yes, there's a war on masculinity, but the main focus on the war on masculinity is black male masculinity. And that's the truth. That's the truth. Take it how you want it. When they say it's a war on masculinity, the main target is the so-called black man or the Israelite man. You know, I mean, they want to feminize us. They want us to stop, you know, liking women because they know our reproduction system is power, you know. And that's what these damn racist bastards fear. They fear that, oh man, they might get a hold of all the white women and trying to breed us out. That's what they really fear, genetic annihilation. That's what they really fear. You know. But yeah, man, this black matriarchy psychosis, man. Black men need to wake up. Brothers, wake up. You know, realize that you're a man. The Most High made you a man. You're supposed to lead. You're supposed to lead. You know, remember that. But I want to share a few scriptures. You know, I just want to dig into the scriptures. You know, let's dig it from the scriptures point of view. You know, I'm just coming out of Isaiah 3 verse 12. And this describes the so-called black community to a T. Take it how you want it. This is Isaiah chapter 3 verse 12. It says, as for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err and destroy the ways of thy paths. Man, that's the truth. That's coming from the word. That's coming straight from the Bible. That's true, man. When you come to the so-called black community, man, the children are oppressing the elders. You got these youth and teenagers, man, they just talking to the adults and elders any kind of way, cursing out the elderly, you know, attacking the elderly people, hitting the elderly people. And guess who's ruling over the Negro children of the corn? These matriarchy welfare queens, these Section 8 Jezebels. You know, they ruling over the Negro children of the corn. You know, they're ruling over the Negro children of the corn. You know, the Negro matriarchy queen bee, or the Jezebel. And they don't correct their children. And what's so sad, you trying to correct these Jezebels, Negro children of the corn, they want to fight you. They will call their sisters and mamas and grandmas, and they want to beat you up just for trying to discipline their children. I remember when I was a child, I got disciplined by other adults. If I disrespected an adult, man, they'd be quick to whip me or slap me silly. And my parents would whip my ass after finding out. But these days, you can't even tell these children nothing. You can't tell them nothing. Even if you look at them with a look of angry look or look of that you want to correct them, you know, they get smart with you. And that's why I say this scripture is true. Isaiah chapter 3 verse 12 says, for as for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them, O my people, that which lead them to err and destroy the ways of thy paths. And you could back that up with Isaiah chapter 9, verse 16. It says, for the leaders of this people cause them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed. And that's the truth. That's the truth. These Jezebels are destroying these black children, man, because they has no structure from the fathers. And even if they got the father in the household, the father might be dysfunctional too, because he's a product of the matriarch, and he don't know how to be a man. And so he gonna let his Jezebel girlfriend or wife run over him because he got an Ahab spirit. That's what the black matriarch produces. A lot of Jezebel, Strags, and Ahab spirited men and simps that want to defend. They'd be quick to defend and die for this damnable matriarchy. That's why I say they put mama before everything. They put mama before God. You got some of these soldiers get their asses shot in the battle, or all these Negroes in the street. When they get shot by a rival gang member, that's the first thing they cry, mama, mama. They ain't even calling on the Most High. They ain't even calling for help. They ain't being like, help, help, I got shot. They be like, mama. Or if they get their asses locked up, they want to act all hard, But as soon as they get caught and they get thrown in that cage, get thrown in a jail cell, they want to cry for mama. No, it's too late. Nah, it's too late. Nah, man up. Man the fuck up. But yeah, that's why I say that was Isaiah 9, verse 16. It says, for the leaders of this people cause them to err, and they are led of them are destroyed. That's right, they destroyed for the lack of knowledge. Like it's saying Hosea 4 and 6. But before I go to Hosea 4 and 6, I just want to go to Jeremiah chapter 4, verse 22. This is Jeremiah chapter 4, verse 22. It says, for my people is foolish. They have not known me. They are sottish children, and they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but do the good, they have no knowledge. Man, I gotta read that again, man. That's coming from the prophet Jeremiah in the scriptures, Jeremiah chapter 4, verse 22, because that describes the matriarchy to a T. That's how you know we the children of Israel, man, because we stubborn, we stiff-necked, we don't want to be told to do nothing. We want to walk to our own accord with no structure. This is Jeremiah chapter 4, verse 22. It says, for my people is foolish. They have not known me. They are sottish children, meaning dumb or stupid. Most High call us stupid, man. He call us sottish. They are sottish children, and they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge. Man, that hit hard. That hit hard. That is the truth. We wise to do evil. The majority of our people, we know how to do evil, man. That's one thing about the majority of our people in the world. We know how to do wicked. We know how to break them commandments to the teeth. But when you tell them to keep them commandments, when you tell our people to try to keep them commandments, they don't want to hear that. They want to do evil. They want to do evil. They have no knowledge to do good. Sad, man. It's very sad. Very sad. All right, I'm going to go to Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. This is a very famous scripture. Even they use this in the Christian church, but they don't read the whole thing. They half line it. They half read it. This is Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. It says, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge. I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God, or Elohim. I will also forget thy children. That's right. And you want to wonder why, when a lot of our youth get slang in the street, whether it's by each other or by the cops, and these single mothers, they want to cry to the Lord, be like, oh Jesus, oh Lord, why you took my child from me? Oh Lord, why? But if you read Hosea 4 and 6, that's your answer right there. Because you forgotten the Most High. You forgotten his law. You forgotten his ways. He gonna forget your children. I know that sounds harsh. It sounds harsh, but it's the truth. He will forget your children if you don't turn to him and teach your children to walk in his paths. You got to teach your children to walk in the path of the Most High. Straight up. That's the only way our nation gonna heal. That's the only way we're going to heal as a people. We got to come back. As it says in Proverbs 22, verse 6, it says, train up a child in the way he shall go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. See what I mean? You got to train your daughters and sons, your sons and daughters. You got to train them in the ways of the Most High. That way it will stick with them for the rest of their life, and they'll teach that to their children, and they, keep it as a generation. But I find it's funny. It's sad. If you got these children, they know the lyrics to these new songs, these damnable songs. They know the lyrics. They know how to twerk good. They know how to say every cuss word, but they don't know their ABCs. They don't even know how to. Some of them don't even know how to count to 20, but they know how to. They know all the business that's going on with their thoughts. Children are supposed to be thinking like that. And we're trying to correct other people's children, man. They mothers want to rain hell on you because they don't want order. And that's what matriarchy produces. It produces chaos. Patriarchy produces order and stability. Matriarchy produces dysfunction and chaos. Patriarchy produces order and stability. Let me say that again. Patriarchy produces order and stability. Matriarchy produces dysfunction and chaos. Real talk. Look at the so-called black community. There's your answer. I don't care if you're in Chicago, New Orleans, Baltimore, or any so-called inner city neighborhood where the majority of the population is so-called blacks. You see the dysfunction. And I might get a lot of dislikes. I might get a lot of hate messages, because when you start talking against the matriarchy, the Jezebels get mad. They gonna come with their shaming language, but all I know is those who want to comment negative, they will be removed. Because I don't got time to go back and forth with these Jezebels and matriarch minions. I'm just speaking my mind. It's the truth. It's the truth. It's the God honest truth. So I see I'm at over 30 something minutes. That's what's up. But yeah, this is the Deep Thought Dungeon / Dragon's Cave. You in the dungeon with your brother Moshe Ben. I'm speaking my thoughts on the matriarchal psychosis of the black man. And a lot of these black men, they are so indoctrinated with the matriarchal psychosis. They fear black women. They fear their mothers. They fear to disagree with their girlfriends or wives, because they figure, if I disagree with my woman, she gonna cut the pussy supply off. Yeah, it's getting raw now. I usually say peach, but yeah, and you see, this matriarchy teaches black men to put pussy over on a pedestal. First off, my daddy taught me, he said, son, don't ever let a woman tell you that her pussy is gold. And that's true. Because no woman pussy is gold. Because each time they let a man go into them, they lose value. Because they got all that men DNA in them. And that's why if they get in a serious relationship, they can't pair bond with their husband. Because they've been around. And that's what this whole culture teaches our women. The thought culture is all a stem from the matriarchy culture. It teaches that no matter how much a woman could be a hoe, no matter how much mama was a hoe, mama was never wrong. Mama could do no wrong, no matter if she slept with all the hood. Mama could do no wrong, no matter if she have 9 children by 5 different men. Mama could do no wrong. No accountability. But they always held black men to accountability. Every fuck up we do, they be quick to pull us to the fire and held us accountable. But every fuck up the women do, oh, she could do no wrong. You better not talk about your mama. You better not talk about your sister. I don't care how many men she been with. She can't do no wrong. That's why I say, man, and they wonder why they don't take our people serious, because we being led by these women, these Jezebels. You got a lot of these Ahab spirited pastors and so-called black man leaders and thought leaders. They want to pander to these Jezebels. And they don't want to call them out on their bullshit and fuckery. All for the sake of losing their money, monetary gain, and their pleasure gain. Because that's what all these pastors do. They lie to these weak-minded women just to get in their pants. Because if these pastors, man, start teaching the truth about this Bible, man, a woman will get out of that church and go to the next Ahab spirited pastor. And them pastors know this. They know this. They be looking at these women full of lust, be like, who can I get next? Who's my next hen that I will pluck? They like a horny ass rooster in a hen house, some of these pastors. That's what they is. They like a horny ass rooster in a hen house, looking for the next hen to lay eggs with or to pluck. Wicked bastards. But yeah, man, this brothers need to wake up, man. We need to take our crowns back. We need to take our crowns back and lead out. And you see, a lot of brothers, they want to be leaders, but the sisters don't want to follow. They don't want to follow the brothers. They don't want to follow the brothers. They be quick to follow these heathens, though. And the system and Big Daddy government, That's why I say, man, this black matriarchy, it needs to end, man. We need to reclaim the patriarchy, man, because that's the only way I can see our people healing and getting stability back in the community. And most importantly, we need to uphold the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. We need to come back to the Most High's teaching and learn about the true Messiah, not that pale image of Jesus Christ, the real Jesus Christ of the Bible, Yeshua HaMashiach. Because if most of the sisters know about the real Jesus, they ain't gonna like him. If they read about Jesus in the Bible, the majority of the sisters, they ain't gonna like the Jesus of the Bible. They gonna want to gravitate towards the false Jesus of Christianity and the lies of these modern day religions. Real talk. But yeah, man. Brothers, man. If brothers watch this video, man, just think about it, man. Let me know what y'all think. Share your thoughts in the comment section. Because this matriarchal psychosis is damaging black men. The black matriarchal psychosis is killing black men more than cancer, in my opinion. Prime example. Look at the black on black crime, But yeah, man, we put mama before everything. We even put mama before the Most High. All this mama worship, man. I put that on my mama. You got a lot of brothers in the street like, oh man, my mama this, my mama that. I put that on my mama. I love my mama. Yeah, you're supposed to love your mama and daddy. You're supposed to love both of your parents, but you're supposed to love the Most High above them. The Most High is the Most High is the creator that created your parents. Remember that. And you best believe, and the black matriarchy produces these black conscious Negroes, the Kemet community. Oh, the black woman is good. They say things like this for their argument. Oh, when you was a baby, when you came out your mother's womb, who you was calling on? You was crying for your mama. So therefore the black woman is God. No, y'all just a bunch of beta male simps that's using that pseudo knowledge just to get some mediocre pussy. Yeah, I'm calling it out. I'm calling it for what it is. Fuck y'all commit black conscious motherfuckers. Y'all ain't nothing but some fucking simps with some fucking pseudo knowledge that books was written by some fucking brothers that got the pseudo knowledge from some fucking crackers that y'all claim to hate. But y'all want to say the Bible was written by men. But most of the fucking books y'all read that trying to debunk the Bible with false knowledge was written by brothers that got their false knowledge from some fucking crackers. How about that? Oh, the irony. Oh, the irony of that. Y'all want to say the Bible was written by men. But y'all want to get books that was written by men trying to debunk the Bible with false pseudo knowledge. Get the hell out of here with that bullshit. Y'all just want some. Y'all use anything just to get some cheap, mediocre pussy. Y'all some pseudo scholar simps. Pseudo scholar simps. Oh, the black woman is God. Well, if the black woman was God, why are we still in this shitty condition, Mr. Black conscious man? Mr. Conscious brother, Kemet brother, Egyptologist brother, why are we still in this shitty condition? They don't answer that door. What's the end game for our people? What's the fucking end game for our people? You ask them that, they ain't gonna have no answer. They gonna have a blank, dumb look on their face, like a dumb ox in a field. You know? But yeah, the black woman is not God. She is not. She was created from Adam's rib by the power of the Most High. Now, true, we come out of a woman's womb, but yeah, they carry us in their womb for 9 months, but that seed comes from the man's sperm. It comes from the man, genetics. It takes a male genetics to ignite that spark in a woman's womb to create a new baby. And that's real. They don't want to talk about that part now. They got the pseudo knowledge and the pseudo science talking about, oh, a woman don't need a man to have a baby. She could give birth by herself. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. The only way that happened was during a virgin birth by the power of the Most High. That's the only way that happened, when a woman gave birth without the man inserting the seed. It was the only way that happened was the virgin birth with the Virgin Mary by the power of the Most High. Yah, hallelujah. You know, when our Messiah was birthed and walked the earth, our Messiah, Yeshua HaMashiach. You know, the Lord of Lords, the King of Kings. Yeah, I see it. He the King of Kings. He a Lord above all. Hallelujah. You know, but yeah, we need to shake this matriarchal psychosis off us, brothers, because it's ruining us. You know, and most important, these women, they respect a man that put them in their place in righteousness, though. In righteousness. You know, we supposed to be above women in righteousness and teach them and lead them into righteousness. But the majority of our women are being led, you know, by false information. You know, and they want to be attracted to like the negative brothers, you know, like the thugs, you know, the dysfunctional brothers. And when a righteous brother or a decent brother comes approach them, it's like these senses is turned off because all they know is dysfunction. And that's the sad truth. And they've been programmed since birth, you know, via the media, via the upbringing in a female-led household. You know, that's all they know, and that's all they attracted to. And she was imprinted by thug brother or hood brother. If she was imprinted by ain't shit nigga, that's all she gonna track, and that's all she gonna wanna fuck is ain't shit niggas. She ain't gonna wanna screw with the good brothers or the decent brothers or the righteous men till she hit the fucking wall, which is age 45 and over. And by that time it's too late, because a lot of these decent brothers, you know, they say fucking, man, they don't want to fuck with us. We gonna go mess with the white woman, the Latina woman, the Asian woman. And I see it all the time. Some of these brothers, man, they get so desperate and fucked up, they'll take the trash of the heathen woman. And I see it in my state, in Louisiana. In the town I live in, I see so many brothers with these overweight, trashy white women. And I'm saying, and part of me, I don't like the fact, but part of me, I could understand, because, you know, they probably was traumatized by their mothers. They probably was traumatized by black women, like whether they aunts, their cousins, their sisters. And they said, fuck this shit, man. I ain't dealing with no sisters. I would rather get a trashy, heathen white woman than to deal with these Jezebels. And that's the sad truth. That's the sad truth. You know, I see a lot of brothers around here. They got good jobs. They got their shit together, but they were these heathen women. And I mean, lower of the low heathen women. Not even sixes. They probably with 4s, 5s. You might see a few with a 7 or 8. But the majority of the brothers I see with these heathen women out here, they 4s. They ain't top of the line. They not top of the line, put it that way. And that's sad. That's sad, man. You know, and I'm sure the majority of them probably was with sisters, but they got fed up. They say, man, I ain't putting up with this, you know, this matriarchy bull crap and this Jezebel. So I'm going to just go to another nation. You know, now I don't condone it. You know, I'm against interracial dating, by the way, because, you know, I believe Israel is supposed to be with Israel to strengthen the nation. We got to preserve our nation, because other nations practice racial preservation, and that's a natural thing. That's a universal natural thing. You're supposed to preserve your lineage in your nation. That's a universal law, in my opinion. You know, it's the truth. But yeah. And that could be part of me. Like, part of me could understand that's why they could do that. Go to the white women because they could have been traumatized all their life by their mothers, as a boy. Because I see it in public, man. I see these black mothers, they talk to their sons any kind of way. Disrespect their sons, man. Call them out their name. And I find it funny. You got some of these women, man, they want to act all masculine. They call a man out his name, call him a bitch. Oh, but the minute you call a woman, when you call a black woman a bitch, they all hell gonna break loose. But you got these same women all day calling each other out their name, all day, whether it's on social media or their phone. But as soon as a man call them out their name, oh, you call me out my name. And then you're going to have the simp or Captain Sabo trying to defend her honor, risking getting his ass beat all shot. You know, it's just fucked up. That's why I say if I had a city or country, I have an anti-simp law. Real talk. I'm being real. If I had a city or government, I have an anti-simp law. Say like if you get into a scuffle with your woman, and you put her in a place and this simp trying to put you in your place, I have it in the law that you have a right to beat the shit out of that simp or blow his head off. Yeah, I said it. I'm being real. This is the deep dark dungeon. This is no holds barred because that's how much these simps infuriate me. Say like if you having a scuffle with your woman or a woman get up in your face and you don't have to hit her, you just check her or push her back, and a simp trying to step to you, you have a right to take him out with no charge. You will not go to jail. If I had a law or a system, that'd be a law. It sounds harsh and barbaric, but it is true. And if that simp's family member trying to antagonize you or harm you, they will go to jail. I would charge them. Because you defended your honor. You defended your honor. Because ultimately you mind your own business. If you see a couple fussing, and the dude beat on